So there are multiple different ways of looking at things with respect to a business to business e-commerce platform. We want you to understand because we have different audiences here. We want to understand two different set of problem statements we have. One is those companies selling products more towards a consumerized products, correct? So the wholesale distribution company can sell a consumer product or a CPG industry vertical or FMCG, most of us know. And there is a connection between a distributor to the retailer, manufacturer to the distributor. So those are all consumer products. Easily we can understand, like consumer products can be taken online. There is also a set of products which doesn't even touch or reach the consumer. So it stops at businesses. For example, if you are a company who are selling, for example, bearings for an industrial use, where the customers are here a business. It can be an automotive customer. It can be any type of customer. You can sell electrical products to another customer as well. So pretty much these two different set of product portfolios, you can definitely digitalize. Okay, there is no limitation. Where are the different possibilities? Like when I say B2B e-commerce, possibly you can understand it very simply. There is a dealer portal which you create for your distributors or the dealers to buy online. Okay. Right now, what you provide is possibly a simple portal where they are able to log in and then make purchases. The other thing what they do is like there can be a spare parts, correct? You might have hundreds of customers across. You won't be able to reach all of them where you have an installed base already done, where you wanted to reach digitally for all your customers to improve your service business. So whether it is a selling of your new products or selling of your existing spare parts products, this is an amazing opportunity for all of us to set up a kind of a platform where your customers can interact with you digitally, right? Why should we, look at B2B e-commerce as a new sales channel? Okay. So there are a couple of conversations where when we have a customer conversations, people are always skeptical. Does it mean that when you bring in this online portal, are we going to replace our existing sales team? Our answer, from our perspective, the answer is no. Our idea is not to eliminate the sales team because the B2B sales happens in three things. One, the customer is brought in by the relationship. The customer is retained because of your experiences. Your existing customers are going to give references because of which you're doing more sales. So the B2B selling, especially in India, is going to stay the way it has been there. What we are going to additionally support you is with a digital channel, which is going to increase the research capability of your customer. You might be surprised, almost 57% of your customers are researching about your product before even calling a sales guy. Or rather 76% of your customers, correct? So the buying decisions are completely influenced, not only by your sales team, by also presenting your complete product portfolio. So couple of instances, we also should notice, all of us have an experience in that understanding. The Pareto principle of 80-20 works very well for any business. 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customers. So you have a sales team who can cover that 20% of your customer who gives you 80% of business. Would you want to spend so much of money for reaching out to the rest of the 20% of your customers, increasing the sales team, increasing the cost of selling, and then reach out to those smaller orders? Or would you want to adopt that space with a digital possibility? This is where actually we come from. The existing customers who give you 80% business will also start interacting with you digitally so that the customer experience can be improved. And your 20% customers where you're not able to cover and you're able to not reach them physically, at the same time, you want to acquire those customers by digital marketing, digital mean of business, you can continue to do to increase your portfolio. So basically, what are we trying to do end of the day? Reduce the overall selling cost, increase the total top line, and reduce the overall operational efficiency. So some people would have also heard, you are meeting as a CEO or maybe as a head of sales, one of your customer, you have a portfolio of 3,000 products. Customer might even come back and say that, oh, you have this product with you, or I didn't even know that you have this product. And the sales guy who have been recruited has to be trained extensively for your product selection. And sometimes he is not as good as possibly what you expect him to be, right? So these are the spaces where this is kind of, monotonous aspects can be converted into a digital presentation. It becomes much more easier for your customers to understand your product. So these are the current problems what we have. So existing sales team should reach the larger market size. The existing sales teams and the operations team should deliver more for you existing for your existing and the new customers. And what we are talking about is increasing your reach rather than cutting people, right? Why I've been explicitly telling you this is like, these are the questions which when we meet our customers come back to us every time. So whatever I explained, your 20% of your customers, 80% of your customers can be reached. So to bring that 20% value, and this can continuously increase, and that is going to be a digital sales channel. Okay. And provide a digital product catalog, whether it is a mobile phone or a laptop or a web, your customer should have an access to the complete range of product portfolio. You should be able to identify and then recommend your customers based on their past purchases as well, because B2B is also going towards like B2C experiences. So whatever today you're doing with Flipkart, your customers should be able to do with your company on a platform. That is our mission. That is the reason why we built this product today. And last 3 years, we've been building this product, and we are now out in the market, and we have acquired customers as well. So to say, increase your productivity by 25 to 30% by adapting to a cloud, reduce your overall operations cost 15 to 25% completely. And this is not what we are saying. This is what has come out of a research recently done by NASSCOM in India for small and medium enterprises. So I want to quickly touch upon this point. So what are we talking about as a collaborative commerce? So whatever the sales cycle you see here, it will work for a few of the customers. If you are a consumer product industry, then manufacturer, distributor, retailer, and the end consumer. Then if you are a industrial customers where you don't have a retail network, possibly you're going to go from manufacturer to the distributor. If you are a super distributor distributing across your customer ranges, you're going to go from super distributor to multiple different business models. This is going to fit. So the platform what we are talking about is going to fit in this multiple different scenarios. The end of the day, what we are talking about is like, how can you collaboratively connect with your customers to deliver better customer experiences? A salesperson is going to a retailer, picking up an order and placing it on a distributor. Distributor does the fulfillment. At the same time, distributor also places an order with the manufacturer. So this is a kind of a complete cycle, and where the complete end-to-end data is going to be visible for you, so that you have one version of truth, right? Sometimes it might be possible that you are a matured organization where you already have all these systems in place. Sometimes it is possible that you are an organization who are in the middle space where you would like to implement such solution. There are organizations who are maybe very small. They think that these kind of technologies are not possible. What we would like to emphasize and tell you here is like, with 20 plus years of experience, myself and Janavel, we came back and then started this company 3 years back in 2017 with a clear mission. The platform should be able to reach whether it is a smaller customer or a large enterprise. The whole thing is offered to them on a software as a cloud platform. So software as a service is a model which we have taken. The other important aspect what we are talking about is, you manage your business very well, and we manage your technology. A very simple say, the platform what you're going to expose it to your customers is a technology. We know how to build a technology, and you know how to do your business, and we want our collaboration to ensure that we go and adopt to the technology much more easier and quicker. So in today's scenario, even the smallest companies can adopt to the technology, latest technology, what is being adopted by the largest enterprises. So it is not that it is not possible. Whether it is SAP, Oracle, Salesforce, the large enterprise companies have an access to those because they are able to spend millions of dollars to do this implementation. But in today's scenario, the similar kind of a technology is available for small and medium enterprises. Even the large enterprises are adopting to this kind of a startups coming out of India. right? So we have a lot of good names in the market who gives solutions, especially in the space. So there are 5 reasons. You capitalize on your on-demand economy. You work from quotation to an order process. You have to digitize, right? Personalize for every B2B customer. So the B2B customer means a personalization, right? Say let's say an example that manufacturer has 100 distributors across India. Sometimes the prices prevailing in south is different from prices prevailing from north. You have to differentiate their prices to these markets to ensure that you have the proper bottom line. The same scenarios, like sometimes you have published the prices, you can go ahead and then receive an order from your partners. Many a times it is not going to happen the similar way. So possibly your partner is going to request for a quotation for some of the project where your internal team have to collaborate and get back to him with the prices, so that the digitally the offer making quotation and the turnaround time from your organization going to improve. We have a very classic case where the customer used to take somewhere between 7 to 10 days for their channel partners to realize a price, because of their hierarchy, because of their decision making cycle. The smaller the organization, the decision making cycle is going to be the faster. The medium sized companies are also struggling today in such a scenario. So we are going to equip you with our digital quotation process, our digital approval process internally, at the same time showing you the complete visibility of commerce possibility. So instead of taking you through this process, possibly what I want to do is I'll just take you through a product directly, and then you will be able to appreciate and understand what really we are talking about as a B2B e-commerce platform. Okay, I'll just switch from here to a demo. So disclaimer here. So ABB is not our customer. We have just given this for a demo purpose, and this is only a demo setup. We are just showcasing you the possibility of setting up a store like this for your customers. So this is one of the distributor in Middle East who's trying to explore our platform today, and they just set up a kind of a platform like this. One of their customers, right? So the Filau customer is now browsing through the complete range of product catalog, and they're trying to buy these products or understand these products from the company. You might have multiple different brands, or if you are a manufacturer, you are going to have a single brand. So what we are talking about by giving a product catalog very clearly to customers, this is how we want you to present the product. It is not necessarily always the price is shown to the customer. You can also keep it like request for price. Okay, so they have to request for a quotation to make an offer. So it is not necessary that always the price is visible to your customer, so you don't want to keep it actually. So we have all the range of possibilities. Now the customer is actually looking for some of these 10 amps and maybe 32 amps rating. He will be able to select the product very comfortably at 3-pole. So this is a kind of a filtered possibility where we want your customer to easily browse and understand and deliver this kind of experience. Correct? So this gives a typical B2C kind of an experience for a B2B buyer. And if you want to give more detailed information, you can also do that as well. Okay. So it is not only limited to an electrical store. I will just show you possibly this is one of the store we are working on right now. This is another demo site. So all these brands, what we are showing is not actually our customers. That's a disclaimer, right? So for example, this is one of your own login, correct? So when, as a manufacturer, when you log in, when you maintain this portal, everything is completely manageable and easily configurable. I would like to just show you how easy it is to manage products listed on the page. Some people might even ask, I have already created a beautiful website. How it is going to be different? This website already has all my products, correct? Customer can request for an inquiry. What is going to be very different here? So the challenge is, in case of a website, you will have to depend on a website developers for continuously updating your product information. If your product has keep changing, many times it is possible that your website is outdated 3 years back or 2 years back or a year back. So unless and until you know technology, it is not going to be possible for you to just keep updating this on a regular basis. What we are saying is like the product information should be editable like a kind of an Excel sheet, right? The product highlights, product information. So all these informations can be completely managed, and digitally the price list can be rolled out to all your customers, right? If you're giving it to a channel partner, it is not necessary this has to be public. This can also be taken private as well. So when the distributor comes in, he logs into the page and then he sees all the product information and prices. If you are willing to also keep it open public, then you can do that as well. So there are multiple possibilities. So the product information, asset information, everything is possible, right? Whatever the variant, the selection process I showed you, so all this is coming from this simple configuration. You just go change this. Possibly the customer will be able to, when they select this half an inch, the same product is going to be shown as well. So basically, this is as simple as that. And then you publish, the product gets published. So the product management module is integrated. Whether to show prices, not show prices, all that is in your control, right? So your product team, product management team, or a business development team can manage this information without an training as well. So no coding, zero coding platform where people will be able to completely manage your products. The price list which I spoke about, the customer signing into your platform, customer should be able to see the prices in multiple currencies. For example, a customer from a global customer base want to buy from you in dollars, whereas an Indian customer base wants to buy from you in Indian rupees. What we just made it very simple. So onboarding a customer, you can decide whether the customer has to be in USD or the customer has to be in INR. Automatically, the system throws the price list accordingly. Okay. So the price list can be completely different price list for US, for India, for other regions. You can have multiple price lists. If you have a special price specific to that customer, then what you can also do is like go and assign a special price for a customer. Then this means what happens, like customer gets very specifically when they log in, they see only their own prices. Okay, so this is what we mean by product specific prices. At the same time, product specific catalog. It is possible that whatever product range you're selling in rest of the market and the Indian market can be very different. You can manage the range of products as well completely different for these two set of multiple countries. So product catalog can be managed country wise. Product catalog can be managed with the price and with the customer. The storefront, what I showed you, that completely it is a customizable storefront. We just give you, like I said, everything is pretty much configurable. You just go ahead and then configure, and you can set up a beautiful front end for your customer as well. The footer, authentication pages, marketing, product layout. So we are just keep improving these areas as well. So without a code, any company should be able to set up an e-commerce, and this is completely hosted on Amazon Web Services. And the security aspect of B2B, possibly we can also talk about this subsequently sometime, right? And you get to have a beautiful dashboard where you know what kind of a product price is, how much is the business which happened last year. So all those data can also be easily, sorry. So you will be able to take reports, you will be able to take dashboards on a regular basis. That the same product is going to be available for both email and also for both web as well as on the mobile as well. So the quotation process which I spoke about, I want to just quickly show you how this quotation process where the beautiful quotation can be submitted to customers. And this is an approval process. The quotation can be submitted. There is a review. There are multiple people to intervene, and you can submit multiple versions of quotations to your customers on the platform. So digitally, you are able to capture all your quotation information in one place. For example, this is the RFQ which came. This is an internally you took an approval. This is a version, a negotiated version, and there is another version which is getting requested here. And there is a task which is assigned to another department where some of your people have to work on the task and get back. So this is a kind of a collaboration we are talking about. So the collaborative commerce platform, collaborate internally with your own internal teams and provide a better experience for your customers, and then provide them, end-to-end visibility of order when they are placing an order. So this is a special quotation which was given, and there is an order placed for this quotation. This is the order. Okay. This is not due right now, so you give outstanding visibility for your customers as well. And this is already invoiced, and you also get to see the invoice information clicking on this invoice direction, right? So basically, starting from your customers requesting for a quotation or maybe requesting for a inquiry, to a quote, to an order, to an invoice, and providing them the shipping information, all that is going to be on a single platform. If required, this can be integrated with your third party as well. So there is a integration possibility with your ERP and other systems. So this is it from my side. So pretty much a kind of a very short overview of the product and the possibility. So it can be for any product, consumer product, building materials, or it can be for an electrical product or a mechanical product industry. So B2B commerce can be set up by a manufacturer or a wholesale distributors. So this is it from my side. Over to Meenakshi. So possibly we can open up for a question for next 5 minutes. I think we are on time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this demonstration. I'm sure this would really help the participants today to implement the solution which you have discussed right now within their organization, so as to offer a great experience to their customers. Dear participants, the forum is now open for Q&A. Please raise your hand in case you would like to ask any question. If there is any technical issue, you can even post the questions in the question box, which is available in the control panel. In case you need any further clarification, please raise your hand.
So I'm just keeping my screen open so that people know if they want to reach out to us, they can always reach out to the below email IDs.
Sure. So we have a question from Mr. Venkateswaran that can the data handshake existing SAP?
Yes. Answer is yes. We built our platform with REST APIs. With SAP, we can definitely do an integration. So we can have a discussion and then how to integrate. So if it is a B1 platform, it is much more easier. If it is an ECC, then there has to be some licensing topics we have to discuss with your team as well. So there are multiple possibilities for SAP integration.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Venkateswaran. So do we have a, okay, Mr. Rajesh Dwivedi has a question. Just a moment. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Rajesh.
How can we use this platform for outsourcing of service through like B2B services? Most of the concentration was on the products. The services are also a big sector of expenditure of business.
Understood, sir. So the services business we'll have to discuss separately. So I'm not able to articulate immediately. If we can understand your business better, then I can tell you whether it is possible or not possible. At the outset, the product is actually, you can productize the service, then this is possible. Otherwise, there is a difficulty.
And like a lot of services are common to many businesses, like petty services like office support, maybe other things. So even they can, they are very easily, they are amenable for migration to these type of platforms. Have you ever thought of something like this?
No, sir, seriously not it. Thanks for the idea.
Because see, I am from government, so I know one of our major expenditure is in the services, outsourcing of the services.
Understood, sir.
And we find it very difficult. Because to get the quality services, because we have at least one assured quality and rate reasonability. Because for every time we have to discover the rate, we have to ascertain the quality, the procedural part becomes so cumbersome. It takes hell of a time. So if it is smoothen out, so you should think of integrating at least few services into this also.
Sure, sir.
Right? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Dwivedi. Mr. Ravi, please go ahead. You have to unmute yourself, Mr. Ravi. Yeah.
I am unmuted. Sudhakar, thank you for the wonderful presentation. We are into manufacturing of packaging machines. So basically presentation that you made, I would like to explore the possibility of bringing our spare parts business online. Also, services where customers can order a service engineer's visit, for example.
Sure.
And
sure.
what I'm looking at is, when he goes online, he knows who's available, who's the nearest guy, how soon can he come, and so on. So my question is, if you want to do something like this, what kind of a time frame would it involve? Secondly, we are into our budgeting process, so would like to have a conversation maybe after this to have some kind of idea about the budget, so that we can also put it into the budget. First,
I can tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you. It is a real nice question. So the timeline, what we are talking about, if anybody to set up this kind of a platform, if you have product information in place, if you have your organization has this information in place, absolutely this can be done in less than 4 weeks. Okay. So the platform has to be just deployed for a customer. So up and running, it can be done in less than 4 weeks. And possibly the improvements with respect to the services, we have it in our roadmap, the field service visit, the service portfolio, because we are talking about a customer experience, whether it is a service or a sales, the customer should be able to make a request with the organization from a one single portal. That is where actually we have our customer facing application, the current platform, what we have. So your customer should be able to request for a service with you. Your customer should be able to buy products with you, whether it is spare or even a new product. Okay. So the kind of budget, what we are talking about, a 3-user package. For example, if you are a smaller company with 3 of your internal sales team going to manage this whole platform, then this is going to cost you somewhere close to around 2.2 lakhs or so per year. Okay. So when we are talking about a larger, possibly we can discuss that separately one-on-one, sir. So the smallest package what we offer to our customer is around $2,799 globally.
Okay. So just a couple of additional questions. Is this also mobile enabled, or is it only through the laptop computers?
No, this is mobile friendly. So what we have done is, we have not built it like a mobile application separately. Okay. So there is a newer technology. What is available today is called progressive web application. The same product can be viewed from mobile, not just responsive. Like a mobile app, it can be installed on your mobile. At the same time, customer can always reach out to you from mobile or from your desktop. So both are possible.
And does it also have
the separate effort required? Sorry.
Does it also have the communication feature? For example, somebody's orders a spare, person is handling from here. Just the way we get updates from Amazon about the delivery, what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a notification system you built. There is an email notification built. For example, a customer can be assigned with the sales guy. Okay. When the customer is requesting for a quote, the salesperson will get a notification saying that this customer is requesting for this product. Okay. He can submit the quotation online without even getting out of the system. Okay. So the customer also will get notified saying that the quote has arrived. This is the price. He can negotiate phone call. He can negotiate and he can resubmit. So the quotations can have multiple versions. Order can also be automated similarly. So there is a communication system. There is a notification system which is possible.
And this can be there already, rather. Website. This can be integrated into the website.
This can be integrated with your ERP.
Additional tab saying online store or something.
Yeah. We can just host the same application on your, for example, shop.yourcompany.com. Okay. Or store.yourcompany.com or portal.yourcompany.com. Okay. So the same platform can be hosted on your own subdomain actually. And in your website, you can say that buy online button, and clicking this takes to the subdomain, and that's how we have envisaged. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'll be in touch with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us on our email, or a simple email is sales@aptino.com. You can reach out to a simple email, sales@aptino.com. We will respond to you. So either me, Janavel, or Aravind, 3 of us are there. So either one of us will respond to you. We are a startup based out of Chennai, so we can always be providing a service if it is possible from our side.
Thank you. So we have a couple of questions from Mr. Sumit Hans. Is there a possibility of getting subscription in INR? This is his first question. Next is on technical side, we bundle up various products so that we can deploy and sell the complete solution. And the last question is, what are the access security features while using from buyer and seller side?
Okay. So to answer your first question, answer is yes. We offer in Indian rupees as well as in multiple other currencies for our customers. So we are an Indian company. We will definitely sell in Indian rupees. Okay. The second question is, can I missed the question. Second question, what is that? So
I would request Mr. Sumit Hans, if you could speak. Yeah, so you've raised your hand, Mr. Sumit. Would you like to speak? So his second question was, can we bundle up various products so that we can deploy and sell?
Exactly. So this is definitely possible. So bundling of products and providing the product information to your customers is definitely possible. So this means that there is a solution type of business is also possible. We can talk to us maybe offline. I can explain you how it can be done as well. So there is a solution business can be handled with our platform as well. Bundling of products. So solution business, what he's talking about. Yes. Answer is yes.
Yeah. Next question is about the features, the security features.
Yeah. So the security has been taken extremely at a high importance. That is one of the reasons why we host our application completely on Amazon Web Services. Okay. We have a virtual private cloud, and we don't store any of your customer passwords with our database. Just to tell you a simple thing, we don't store any passwords. This means there is a high level of security. We can discuss much more in detail. What can be public, what can be private, how this data security, and this product is offered to our customers on a software as a service model. So the customer data remains independent. If I'm hosting it for one of my customer, the data is an independent from other data, so it doesn't get cluttered. So we are keeping this B2B data extremely safe and secure in a redundant database out of AWS.
Right. Okay. Mr. Venkateswaran has another question. Can the solution be offered in vernacular languages for a better customer experience?
Okay, so right now the answer is no. So we'll have to still work on the multilingual possibilities. Yeah, if it is really interesting use case, we can work on that direction and possibly deliver the other alternative. So we have discussed with a few of our customers globally as well. I think we can have a conversation and see if there is a possibility quickly we can deliver the multilingual.
All right. Thank you for answering the question, sir. I would request all the participants to please make a note of the contact information. As Mr. Sudhakar had mentioned, you all can reach out to the team directly at the contact information which is displayed currently on the screen. And hope you all were able to understand this technology better and will be able to make a use of it in future as well. And the Aptino team will be in touch with you soon, so as to elaborate and give more details about the product, especially to discuss about the questions which you have mentioned over here. And thanks for taking out time and participating in today's session. And thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Sudhakar, and also to Mr. Sivaswamy.
Thank you.
Thank you for making a interesting presentation and demonstrating the product. I'm sure this is going to help the Indian businesses in a much larger way. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Meenakshi, and thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.